Let's see. I wonder if we're live. Are we live yet? Is there anyone watching who can confirm if we are live or not? Doesn't seem like it. Not yet. Still waiting for some sort of signs of life. We are live. Yeah, great. Thank you, Lunanescence. Lunanescence. Yeah, thank you for confirming. And welcome to this little stream. I'm in Futakutamagawa, my local area. It's not going to be a exciting downtown stream today. It's going to be a relaxing, chill stream here in my local neighborhood. So yeah, just so you know, I hope you will enjoy that. It's a very nice day here today. It's currently 7 degrees, but there's hardly any wind, which is a nice contrast to my last live stream, which I basically had to interrupt because it was so windy. So yeah. Oh, and yes, it is my birthday, so that's, I guess, also something that makes this stream slightly special, maybe. I don't know. I have a lot of things to do. As some of you know, I'm also leaving. I'm going to Sweden the day after tomorrow, so I need to start packing. So yeah, didn't really have time to go to the city center today. But let's enjoy this beautiful morning here in the outskirts of Tokyo, and hopefully, yeah, take a nice little stroll here, maybe down to the river, follow the river for a while. If I can grab a coffee at some point, that will make me insanely happy. And I already had Vidya here paying for my coffee, so thank you very much for that. That's highly appreciated, as always. As always. Let's go zum Geburtstag. Vielen Dank. Tack så mycket. I don't know how many of you are familiar with my current location. I passed here countless times on streams, but not sure if I usually don't start my streams around here. Thank you, Arjo. Thank you. Today is one of those days when I feel like I'm very happy to live where I live. Like the fact that I live in Tokyo, like I see all these news from Sweden about how the snow is wreaking havoc everywhere, and there's like chaos on the public transports everywhere, and of course all the other bad stuff going on in Japan, in the world. And then Japan just feels like nicely isolated from all that. The weather here is, I mean, at worst it's a bit windy maybe, but it's not bad. It's peaceful, it's quiet. This part of town is so nice. The Riverside views always makes me very relaxed. And yeah, it's one of those days when I feel quite happy with my life choices leading up to where I am right now. If that makes any sense. I hope it does. Can't say I'm equally happy with the fact that I'm now 42 years old, but hey, it is what it is. It's been a good run this far, so I guess I shouldn't complain. Thank you, Yanga Lang. Happy birthday treat fun. Thank you. Yeah, the plan after this stream is to meet up my wife for a nice lunch somewhere. Probably just somewhere around here. Initially we were planning to head into the city center, but I don't know, I don't feel like going there today. I've been there a lot this week, and today I prefer to stay in my home area. Daniel and Yuka, thank you. Is Kyle home with you now? How's the weather in Tokyo right now? Well, I just did a weather check, but here's another one. It's a very blue sky. A very blue sky, a very nice warm sun. And currently it's still 7 degrees, about to hit 14 later today. So yeah. How do you personally deal with the thought of getting older and your ultimate demise in the end? I found a pretty good tactic. It's called depression. It works. No, I'm just kidding. I don't know. It is what it is. I guess I try not to think too much about it, and instead focus on making the best of here and now and the things that I can actually affect. Because thinking too much about it is not good for my mental health. What else are you saying? Home, sleeping now after being fed. Oh, that's nice. Rain, white noise is some kind of illegal sleep magic. Ah, good that works with Kyle. He was not as efficient on Mini Explorer actually, but yeah. But I mean, she was not causing us too much problems in the beginning with her sleep habits. It wasn't easy, especially not for my wife, but nothing it stood out. I hope you will be equally fine. No, George, my flow is fine. I think it's still fine. I guess it's coming. Guess you can't escape it, but not yet. Not yet. Happy birthday. Thank you, Jocelyn and Yuka. Thank you. We're very lucky. Not all of us can say we do what we love for a living, that we're married, or that we have a kid. Yeah, all those are pretty nice life achievements, I guess. And reasons for me to not complain. Happy birthday, T. I wish you get a ZZF and a 135mm Plena. Yeah. I actually have a 135mm f1.8. Not the Plena though, but I have a Sigma Art. But it's actually my least used lens. I haven't figured out a way to use it that makes sense in my work. It's a difficult lens to use, a very difficult lens. But thank you anyway. Thank you anyway. Noticing any more gray hair or bald spots? No bald spots, but plenty of gray hair, yeah. Actually, I was looking at some old photos the other day. Photos from when I just met my wife 7 years ago. And my God, I've aged a lot. I think having a kid accelerated the aging considerably. Now I look much older. I have way more gray hairs. So yeah. But it is what it is. Having a child is tough. It's really challenging and exhausting in so many ways. Sorry, Daniel and Yuka, hope I'm not discouraging you. But I mean, it's also very, very rewarding. Like this morning when my daughter came and started singing happy birthday to me and gave me a hug. Like moments like that, you know, makes it really worth it. Even though it might sound kind of insignificant, but yeah, it is pretty amazing. From Colombia. Hey, nice. So exotic. Happy birthday, Stevie. Keep on walking. Thank you. Yes, I will. I will. I managed to record 3 4K videos yesterday that I will give you while I'm out of Japan in the coming weeks. Hopefully I can shoot another 1 or 2, but at least there's a few videos in stock. So I walked a lot yesterday, even though I didn't do any live streams. I walked quite a lot. Does the jellyfish sting disappeared on her leg? No, she still has a little mark actually, but it's recovering pretty quickly. It's been just what, 5 days now, and it looks pretty good now. It will probably be gone soon. It feels like she's recovering much quicker than I did when I got stung by a jellyfish. Let's celebrate eating the biggest burger you can find. Burger. Maybe we should just go to Shake Shack for my lunch, for my birthday lunch. Congrats, Andres. You're having a child soon too. Yeah, welcome to the club. Oh, the Samurai Garden is open. Let's go there. Let's enjoy a little bit of scenic beauty on my birthday. Successful in finding the gift for your mom in Akihabara. Yeah, I did buy her a new phone that I will give her once I get there, so that was good. Do you guys remember this place? I've been here a couple of times on my streams before. Payuk asks, where are we today? We are in the Futako Tamagawa area, close to my home. Didn't have time or energy to go anywhere far today. So, and it's such a nice morning, and I didn't want to kind of head to a place with millions of people and just busy streets. Instead I wanted to go somewhere a little bit more relaxing. where I am now and what my options are for coffee. I guess I'll be celebrating my birthday with a glorious Konbini coffee a little bit later on this walk, because there's no other coffee shops in the areas that I will be passing through today. Nice cozy park. Yeah, I think this is some fancy person who used to live up there had this as his personal little garden once upon a time, but now it's been kind of turned into some sort of public space that we can visit. It's a nice spot. Do you love her enough that you bought her latest iPhone? My mom doesn't want an iPhone. She's an Android lady. So no, I gave her a Google Pixel, a few generations old, but it still runs the latest Android version, so it should be a nice little upgrade compared to what she got now. And then maybe she can use that one for a year or so, and then I might get her something a little bit better if necessary. Do you travel light? Yeah, today I will only or this time I will only be there for 2 weeks, so I won't be packing too much stuff, and fortunately I have plenty of clothes in Sweden, especially winter clothes, those things that are too warm, so I don't need them here in Japan. So yeah, somewhat light, I guess, but I still have a lot of tech and gadgets that I'll be bringing, but just a small light camera this time, not my full frame gear. That's nice. Hey Billman, thank you. Thank you. Happy birthday to me. Thank you very much. Here it's cold in Sweden. Yeah, it's really cold there right now. Cold and chaotic. Making me kind of think twice if going there is actually a good idea right now. I'm really enjoying this. Today this weather is perfect to me. It's so nice when there's no wind. The temperatures, blue skies, the temperatures are nice too. It's such a perfect day today. In Sweden probably won't be much like this, but we'll see. We'll see. But yeah, there are some people I really want to meet there, and that's why I'm going. Justin, you want to go to Sweden? Why do you want to go to Sweden? In the winter. I totally understand why people want to go to Sweden in the summer, but this time of the year, it's not really that nice. I like these apartments here. They're quite old, but they look really nice. They're so surrounded by greenery and on a quiet street. I wouldn't mind living here. Reflection reveal. Grow a beard, you'll be warmer in the cold weather. Ah, maybe that's why so many Swedes have beards. Maybe it's a temperature nature preserving measure. Oh no, I just realized I'm kind of heading the wrong way actually. I'm heading away from the river now, but I actually want to go down to the river, so I guess I have to do a little U-turn here. Oh, thank you, Billman, for the birthday fund. Your family's from that area, I see. Okay. Have you ever been to Tamagawa Daishi? Oh yes, many times. Many times. Oh, you will take me to karaoke and sing ABBA tunes. That sounds awful. But thank you, George. I appreciate it anyway. This building is really cool. Arigato. Arigato. Jags, my birthday's in a week. Oh, congratulations to you too then. Here's a flamingo house, also quite nice. Many nice houses around here. I like this area. This is a really nice house up here. I wonder if it's just one family living in it. Looks like it might be. Wow. It's massive by Japanese standards. Looks so warm. Yeah. Everything is relative, I guess, but I like this weather. This is not a one-way street. No, it's not. Yeah. Can we start a house buying fund? Wouldn't that be nice? House on a hill fund, maybe? These are also quite nice apartments. It's like 15 degrees now. Wow, that's nice. Almost Okinawa weather then. I miss Okinawa. Thanks everyone for all the birthday wishes. Really appreciate it. Okay, now I'm on the right track. Now we're gonna cross this hill, and then on the opposite side of that hill there's a combini where I will get a coffee. Then we will continue down to Tama River. This area is part of our weekend tradition actually. We usually go to Kinuta Park, which is 15 minutes that way. Go there on the weekends with Minnie, and then when she's played enough and she's starting to get sleepy, and when we had a bit of lunch, we walk all the way back home, and then we pass through here. And usually around this area where you can hear this, the sound of this tiny little river, she usually tends to fall asleep when we get here. And then me and my wife celebrates that we have 90 minutes of relative freedom. But usually we're just so exhausted, so all we can do is like go somewhere, buy a coffee and stare at our screens until she wakes up. Parent life. Exciting stuff. Happy birthday, yay! The birthday wishes keep coming in. Thank you everybody. Your videos are still highly enjoyable. That's good to hear. That's good to hear. That there are still some of you enjoying my boring walks. And that car was driving way too fast. Happy birthday from the Philippines. Thank you. Thank you. Even though I am walking in familiar neighborhoods today, I'm kind of taking slightly different routes than what I usually do, which makes me a little bit confused. But I think I can go this way and then turn right. And thank you, Gorview, for the super chat for a House on the Hill fund. Yes, $2. That's a good start. That's a good start. Let's see if we can find the house on a hill for $2. I'm sure it's possible somewhere. And it's supposed to have all these free houses, and $2 is way more than free, so it should be enough. Aizen is moving to Japan. Oh, nice. How do they work with traffic? Well, I'm not a driver myself, so I don't really have a good answer to that, but it's doable. Drive slowly and carefully and you'll probably be able to pass. How do I set up my YouTube channel for monetization? Eskil, try typing that exact same thing but into Google, and I'm sure you will get some good advice on how to do it. My personal advice would be worry less about monetization, worry more about creating stuff that people want to watch. Then once you've nailed that down, you can start thinking about monetizing it. Because YouTube pays so little, so unless you have a lot of viewers, it's not worth it. Big Al, thank you. Bad Rot, thank you. Let me see if I can get my bearings straight. Okay, I kind of know where I am, and I want to continue a little bit further down this way. Hej Daniel! Är du i Japan nu? This is a very nice entrance. Even though I would hit my head in the frame every time. Ooh, there's a nice view. Rockaway Siren, thank you for the super chat. I think if we continue another block or two down this way, we should have an even better view. Let's go and check that out. This is a very nice neighborhood indeed, yeah. There's a lot of nice houses here. People are really living the good life on this hill. Happy birthday TT, now you're 41 years old. No, I wish, but I'm actually 42 now. Wish I was in Tokyo, we'll take you to dinner. Thank you, Lucy. Yeah, it would have been great. Konnichiwa. There's a nice little fluffy thing on top of Mount Fuji. That's cute. Let's head down here. That should take us to the convenience store. The guy looked very tired. I wonder if he had been like running up the hill. I think these stairs are kind of popular for like working out. 37? I'm surprised at how everybody gets my age wrong, but I wish I was still 37. Tack Daniel. Tack, tack. Oops. Seen the street you were walking on before on a night stream? Yes, I mean this is my local area. I've done so many streams from around here. I've admired the view from up this hill many times before. So I'm in Futakotama now. or the nearest station is Futako Tamagawa. If you want to be really picky about it, this neighborhood is called Okamoto. But nearest train station is Futako Tamagawa. Say he still looks like maybe 32. Oh, I'm very honored to hear that. I don't know if you're sarcastic or ironic or honest, but I'll pretend you're honest. Yeah, look at this guy. Now he's running up the hill. That's probably why that previous guy looked so tired. He had probably done the same. What did you study in uni? I actually didn't go to uni until I was in my 30s. After finishing high school, I studied journalism at a vocational school for a year. And then I was working. I took some like random courses at university, but yeah, sometime in my 30s I kind of dedicated a couple of years to studies and got a degree in informatics, which is a very kind of weird subject, and it seems to mean a little bit different things depending on your region. In some areas informatics seems to be tightly associated with medical stuff, but that's not the case in Sweden. In Sweden it's basically computer science, but with a little bit less programming and a little bit more focus on the kind of softer sides of it, like UX and UI and yeah, those kind of things. So I don't know if it was any point. And also I baked in some courses in Japanese in there. At least in Sweden we can kind of pick and choose and put our degree together quite flexibly by ourselves. And that's what I did. So most of my university studies was done online, or about half maybe. Half I did on campus in my late 20s actually, not my 30s. But yeah, I don't know. I spent 3 years on that degree and I'm not sure if it actually has meant anything beneficial to me. I doubt it. I could probably have spent those 3 years better by doing fun things that I enjoy. But it is what it is. I did it. M サイズお願いします。はい。追加でお願いします。お願いします。はい。ありがとうございます。 mini coffee ghetto. So plenty of questions coming in as I was buying that coffee. Did you ever consider becoming a digital nomad? It's an interesting question. I think in a way I was a digital nomad even before that expression was kind of widespread. Because before I moved to Sweden, I was like hopping around, living in different countries and working remotely. And yeah, I've always been very attracted, I still am, by the idea of being completely like location independent and being able to live and work from wherever. Now that I have a child, that's a little bit less realistic to actually do these days, but I still feel that many of my kind of choices in life has been made with that idea as the kind of foundation. Like everything, like I do photography, I do writing, I've made games, I do YouTube, like all those things are things that I have been attracted by, partially at least, because they allow a location independent lifestyle. So yeah, I hope that answers that question. Even though I've never been like someone who's been like hopping between Thailand and Bali, running a drop shipping business, but I feel that what I do is not entirely different from that. This is a cool house. They like greenery. Let's see, what else are you guys saying? Will you be doing any live streams from Sweden? Not sure, probably not, but maybe. Do you know what's going on in Sweden? I read that there's a lot of political and social instabilities. Yeah, I stay very up to date with what's going on in Sweden. Oh, okay, wow, this house is even more eye-catching from the side. I've never noticed this before. Kind of cool though. Yeah, I stay very well up to date with politics. I'm kind of hoping that at some point the politicians will be able to fix my country so that me and my family can actually move back there again sometime. But I don't know, the more I see, the more I hear, the more it feels like everything's just moving in the wrong direction, so we'll see. I'm starting to kind of give up on the idea of ever living long term in Sweden again, actually. You strike me as a creative person who values freedom. I think that's a pretty accurate analysis, yes. I think so. It's a very accurate analysis. And like every time I've been working for someone else other than myself, I've felt kind of that it's been somewhat suffocating. Like there's definitely good sides of it as well, but on the whole I really prefer making a low salary with myself as my boss compared to making a high salary but with someone else as my boss. What else are you guys saying? much. I think I answered all the questions for now. Thank you, Garfield. Thank you. Wow, that's very generous of you. Or is it? I never really learn how much a Hong Kong dollar is, but $100 sounds much. Thank you so much. Even though I know that it's not as much as 100 American dollars, but still, thank you. At some point I need to turn left here, otherwise I will end up in Komai. I guess a little shocked about the news. Sweden's always been portrayed as this progressive, well-organized country. Yeah, I mean, in many ways it still is, but there's a growing list of social problems and the growing number of populist politicians who gives easy answers that doesn't really work in the long term. There's a nice little temple. I don't think I've ever been in here actually, so let's check it out. Pretty humble little temple, but still nice. Cozy. If you're your own boss, you can always pay yourself more. Well, if you have a better cash flow than what you get from running a walking YouTube channel, maybe. Unfortunately, my capabilities of increasing my own salary are pretty slim at the moment. But I'm doing okay. I'm not complaining. I think I've ever walked here. It's an old shop. Look at these houses on the hill. They're quite nice too. Okay, now I kind of know where we are. I think we're next to the big highway. Is it the Tomei? One of the main highways that connects Tokyo to Kanagawa. Who's your favorite Instagram influencer? I don't really do much Instagram these days. So, and I generally, yeah, I don't know. Do I have any favorite Instagram? I don't think so. And I don't know. The people I follow on Instagram, I don't really think of them as influencers. I think of them as photographers. If I admire them, it's because of their photographic skills. Yeah, and there are so many talented photographers on Instagram. But one I can name drop that, I mean, it's not that I think that this person is super amazing, exceptionally better than everybody else, but one pretty good photographer that I always enjoy is I actually don't remember his real name, but I think his Instagram username is Tuck4, Tuck, and then 4. He's a Japanese photographer. That's very good. There's a book off here. Not just a book off plus. And I've actually never been inside this one. To get away from this big road as quickly as possible. I can just cross here, which I can. Just go down one more block, then I think we will be next to the nice little river. And let me see, what else are you guys saying? I just remember that your videos got me through the pandemic. When I look back, it used to be my favorite part of the day. I would always stay awake and wait for your live walk. Thank you for that. Thank you so much for the kind words. Yeah, Tuck4 is great. I think I've been following him for a long time, like before he kind of blew up, and I think a couple of years ago he became a Fuji film ambassador or something like that, and that's when his account really took off, and now it's quite big. But he's a very talented photographer, and I really like his kind of very contrasty style and the way he plays with light and shadow. When I hear the word influencer, I think more about someone who's kind of like selling their personality, and I don't really think anyone I follow on Instagram is like that. Many of the YouTube channels I follow are like that, but still it's mostly like people who actually have something substantial to say. Look at these two birds walking away from each other. Maybe they just had an argument. Maybe they're going through a divorce. The left one is kind of looking back, but the right one is just confidently stepping away. Let's see, what else are you saying? Yeah, like same with YouTube. I think most of the channels I follow, they're like tech channels, and of course the personality behind the channel plays a significant role, but it wouldn't, like, I wouldn't be interested if it wasn't for the fact that they have actually interesting things to say that I can learn something from. Look, party going on there. Yeah, Justin, you remember the drowning cone? That was an interesting find. I think, yeah, that was actually in this river. That was in this river. So what I will do now, my original plan was to walk all the way down to Tama River, but the clock is ticking. We've already walked for about an hour. So I think I'll just have to stick to this little river and head back towards Futakotamagawa, where I will be, where I will sit down somewhere and do a little bit of work on my laptop, which I have in my backpack, and then I'll meet my wife for lunch. Do you follow Polly B? No, sorry, no, never heard the name. unusual. There's actually a bit of activity here. I often pass this little piece of farmland, but I actually think this is might be the first time I actually see people here. If you ever left YouTube for good, will you leave your videos public for us? Absolutely, absolutely. I have no intention of taking them down unless I have to, but I think these videos, especially like a number of years from now, might be quite interesting to watch as a kind of document of what Tokyo looked like at this specific point in time. Have you drunk beer, Bert? Ooh. That made me surprised. Have you had the birthday beer yet? No, I haven't, because I don't drink beer before lunch, and I haven't had lunch yet. But maybe I'll have a beer with lunch today. Let's see. There's Futako Tamagawa over there. That's where we're heading now. Do I know how to say happy birthday in Japanese? Yes. What else is I saying? George, no, I don't want your recommendations if they give me nightmares. No, thank you. Do you interact a lot with other YouTubers who live in Tokyo? None of the ones you're mentioning, but a handful of others, yeah. Those familiar with my channel knows that I do collaborations with other YouTubers from time to time. I'm gonna celebrate your birthday tonight with your family. Yeah, nothing special. I'll have a nice lunch now with my wife, and that will probably be it. Once you pass a certain age, birthday becomes less about something worth celebrating, and I think I reached that point a couple of years ago. Are there any cottage districts in Japan with lakes? Yeah. I mean, maybe not in the same way as in many Western countries, but places like Karuizawa, for example, are popular spots where rich Japanese have like second homes. Also, I guess Kawaguchiko somewhat qualifies for that as well. Back in the clay, thank you. Happy birthday. Hope this covers lunch today. Thank you, yeah. I'm sure it will. I'm sure it will. Thank you. Your family will have a birthday party celebrating for you. No, I don't think so. I don't think so. Mini is still a little bit too young to kind of understand. I don't know, maybe, I mean, my wife loves cake, so maybe she thinks this is a good excuse to get some cake that we can have after dinner tonight, but I think that will probably be it. Let me go back to this family mart here and throw away this cup. Camera did you use today? Same as I always use, my good old iPhone 14 Pro Max. Any chance of a Patreon-only stream before you go to Sweden? Yeah, maybe. The chance is there. I think it's a higher chance that there will be a Patreon-only stream when I'm in Sweden than before I go there. But we'll see. We'll see. Because I have quite a lot of things to do before I leave. I love how these lightsaber construction site guys always seem to take their job a little bit too seriously. It's kind of, I like it. I like it. They really seem to think that they're doing such an important job, which is kind of good. It's charming. Are you guys saying? Where are we today? We've been walking around the western part of Dakotamagawa, my familiar stomping grounds. Got an email from Sony Bank saying happy birthday from Sony Bank. I didn't open the email, but I hope it says that we deposited 100 million yen to your account because it's your birthday today. Go do something fun. That's what I hope Sony Bank wants to tell me. Is this the DJI Pocket 3? No, this is the iPhone 14 Pro Max. Yeah, like if it was in Sweden too, like those people would like just, they would hate their job and they wouldn't be afraid to show how much they hated their job. I kind of prefer the Japanese way. People are enthusiastic even about those kind of, I don't know, low status jobs. Place too, it has been like a construction site for as long as I've lived here. I wonder if they will ever make this place look a little bit nicer. I love this river otherwise, it's such a comfortable area to walk, but this part is kind of not my favorite part of it. Nice, I've already walked 5 kilometers today. interesting to hear, Rockaway Siren, that those kind of jobs pay well in Canada. I don't know how it is in Sweden actually. I mean, no, I don't think construction workers are very well paid in Sweden. And especially like, I mean, in Sweden they wouldn't hire a person to just stand telling people where to walk. They would just put some cones out and that would be it. Hiring people, things are very expensive in Sweden. Oh, lots of children here. Cute, they're all having like binoculars. I think they're looking for some sort of animals. Maybe fish. Or you get the image to look at photographs. No, but I sell some of my photos on Getty Image. But I don't really go there just to look at photographs now. I don't know what they're looking at. Maybe those ducks over there? Like a group of maybe 20 middle school kids with binoculars. Let's continue. Happy birthday, thank you. Thank you. Birthday wishes keep coming. Appreciate it. Oh, here's another one of those. They look so sneaky. They look like they really try to keep a low profile, except that they really stand out with their bright white feathers and long beak. Would you by any chance know if you have a video of walking this route at night? Oh yes, I have definitely walked here at night. Can't say exactly when though, but I think it was probably Seijo Gakuen Mae, Futako Tamagawa to Seijo Gakuen Mae walk. I remember one I did a long time ago, like when I just started streaming, back in the days when I was still like using a rental pocket Wi-Fi for my data connection. I remember I walked from Futako Tamagawa to Seijo Gakuen Mae or maybe Soshigaya, and I had like a beer break in the dark on a Shoten guy. But yeah, sorry, not very helpful, but probably look at my early live streams. you might find it. Happy birthday buddy! Hej Theo! Tack så mycket! Tack, tack! Hoppas att vi ses när jag är i Stockholm nästa vecka. Cigarette smoking face. Yeah. Not like heavy smoker or anything, but when I was in my 20s I used to party smoke from time to time. Shrine. I wonder what the history is behind this. What's for lunch? I don't know. Something slightly better than average, because it's my birthday after all. But I don't know. After this stream I'll see if my wife has some suggested places to go. Sweden です。はい。2つの言葉って言ったってすぐそっか、ありがとうございます。That's really like the irony of Japanese people. You say like 2 words and they say Nihongo jouzu desu ne. It's like, I'm sure some of you are familiar with it. It's almost like a running joke in the expat community here in Japan, thanks to Dogen. But yeah, I mean, I know that they just want to be nice, but at the same time it's kind of sad because it is an evidence of how so few people are used to the fact or aware of the fact that there are plenty of non-Japanese people living long-term in this country. And every time we hear that comment, it kind of like rubs it in our faces, like, oh, but you're a foreigner, you're not supposed to speak any Japanese. When I'm having a bad day, that can kind of rub me the wrong way. But today is a good day because it's my birthday, so I will try not to think more about that. From saying Sweden des, which is almost record low. I probably had it after just saying arigato a couple of times too, so. closer to the station. My birthday gift to you all. That very obvious mirror reflection reveal. This turned out to be a longer walk than accepted. Actually, this part is, like, in my opinion, very, very boring. This last little stretch, that's why I usually don't. I prefer to always take other routes rather than along this big road here. Wrapped up today's video at the same place as where I started it. It's been a nice circular route today. So rather than just going back to the station and wave goodbye to you there, I can just wrap it up at the same spot as where I started it. It's a pretty big driving school, yeah. Oh, and look, Fuji-san is to appear somewhat behind the driving school, but it's still mostly, well, there's still some clouds around it, but you can see it. I'm getting a bit tired. I need some energy boost. Maybe I'll have some cake alone before before lunch, because it's my birthday. I can do what I want. I'm 42 years old. I'm allowed to have cake before lunch if I want to. Wow, Rockaway siren. Your parents were pretty heavy smokers indeed. But I guess that was back in the days before people actually knew, right? Or maybe not. No, maybe not. Comes with age, indeed. Yeah, we're almost at the place where I will wave goodbye, so thanks so much for joining me today. Like I said, this is probably my last stream from Japan before going to Sweden 2 days from now. But I will only be in Sweden for 2 weeks. Then I'll be back here. Probably, hopefully in time for the plum blossoms. And I will walk a lot in Tokyo again this spring. But for now, yeah. I wonder if I can. If I can go and sneak in here. This will take me back to where I want to be. Maybe, maybe not. Fungus, thank you. Haven't seen you around in a while. Thank you, thank you. Thank you, Mr. Davis. Have a wonderful rest of your birthday. Thank you. Thank you for taking your time to stream. Thank you. Thank you all for taking the time to join me on my little birthday walk. For the company. It's always nice to hang out with you. And yeah. I'll see you all again very soon. I think the place where I started the stream should be just around this corner, if I'm not mistaken. I was mistaken. Somewhat. Wait, where am I? I'm very close. Come on, it's close enough. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you all again soon. Bye bye. Hej då. Auf Wiedersehen und Matane. Tschüss.